So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, plenty has been said and written about Steven Gerrard's many, many talents, but if you had to pick... And he's done it! And what a start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Goal! After 3 minutes is number 11.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Nicely weighted ball. Platini. Neither of these takes a shot. They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, good spread. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho running with the ball. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Target. Utrecht are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Ronaldinho. That ball looks a good one. Just eases him off the ball.
Utrecht are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Batistuta. Platini! And that's a sharp finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Utrecht are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Utrecht really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
And here's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Ayling. Fry. Messi running with intent.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And now, to all members
Some
of the
first
crowd,
half thoughts?
I'd like to
Well, I
ask
don't
you
think
to
either
join
side
me
will
in
have too
wishing
much
our
to
birthday
complain
boy
about
a
or worry
very
about,
special
Peter.
birthday.
1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Utrecht are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back on the way.
Utrecht have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And the shot! Ronaldinho! He really is something!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
After 51 minutes is
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
Applies the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Played up towards the front line. Just about up to the hour now. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Batistuta! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Brown. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's Gerrard! Oh, belter! About as smooth as it gets. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Utrecht now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And he's lost his man here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's picked his way through. He'll try from distance. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Space for him to turn and look. Great defending, strong and determined. Now, what about a counter-attack? Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's found a way past, knocks it into space. That's put paid to the danger.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Ronaldinho. Number 10, Messi. Number 12, Batistuta.
Pinches it off him.
Number 18, Bale. Number 19, Yamal.
Can he get on the end of this? Can he spark a counter here? That's a good run down the left. That's very neat.
Has been indicated.
That's a sharp pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Bale. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, really well played.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Well, five at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just three in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have the...
Gerrard! Tremendous from Gerrard!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
After 10 minutes is...
It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Batistuta. Stood up well to there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ronaldinho.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that...
He's having a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Utrecht with the corner, there first. Watford have the chance to go the other way. And it's James Rodriguez. It's James! Outstanding by James! A finish of true class, and they're threatening to fly away here. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
James Rodriguez.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Beauvais goes looking wide. Kimmich wins the duel this time.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's James Rodriguez. And he skips past his man. James Rodriguez! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Forwards and with intent. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. That's a good run he's making there. He's picked his way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Watford clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Beckenbauer does well to get it back.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Mondi. That's it, 45 minutes up. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Utrecht are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are back on the way. Beckenbauer. Roberto Carlos. Turns back here, probably the best option. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's fabulous. Gerrard. Davids. Foot in. And that has put paid to that. Gakia. Beauvais. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Beauvais.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Beauvais. And it's James Rodriguez. Oh, good-looking ball. Gakia. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Mondi. Roberto Carlos. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Messi. And he was quick to react. Now it's Batistuta.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And that's that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That is good alertness. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Kepa. He never seems to get flustered or lose his composure. That kind of calmness is infectious too, and should help the defence in front of him play with a little more confidence. He's also good on the ball, so keep an eye out for those quick passes to the forward line.
Oh, good effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Calafiori defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Madueke, Ødegaard, and he's running through. Ødegaard! Fantastic from Ødegaard! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there is your opener. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be...
It's Neymar! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Just eases him off the ball. Norgard. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lewis Skelly. That's a cute ball. That's been slit through. Calafiori. Martinelli. And it's Ødegaard. Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Threads one in. Takes a shot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Gerrard was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Yamal. Now he's got space here. He's cut it out. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. The second half is up and running. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Distributed tidily. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Good chance here! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame. Arsenal definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Stood up well to him there. Ødegaard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ødegaard. And he cuts out the supply. Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. That's ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.